All right, we are officially alive. Welcome, 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 everyone. Settle in, the room is open. And we're going to go ahead and get started immediately because what you're about to witness is quite frankly the hottest new local surface of 2026. This is probably one of the easiest things to sell to any business, and quite frankly one simple demo makes businesses fall in love with you on the spot. I'm going to prove it to you, I'm going to show it to you, but first let me know if you can hear my voice, let me know if you can see the screen, and the sooner you do these things the faster we can go ahead and get started. I see Julie is here, I see Adam is here, I see Stefan is here, Anthony is here, Mark is here, George is here, Thomas is here, Robert is here, Ali is here. Amazing, excited, been looking forward to this one. I already know this is going to give me a lot of clients. Amazing. So let's go ahead and dive right in because as you can see, this is the hottest new local surface of 2026. And that's not just something we're saying. I'm actually going to prove that to you here live. This AI receptionist literally gets local businesses to say yes to you in a matter of 60 seconds because the moment they hear it, they answer, they want to pay you anywhere from $497 to $997 a month. And we see this happen over and over again with absolute beginners that have just started using this and they want to keep it turned on. And we're going to show you exactly why and how that is. So we're going to go ahead and start right about now. Just let me know. Once again, I see a lot more people joined in. Drop your city in the chat. That's the beauty about us being live here today. Just so you know, we're actually live. Drop your city. There we go. I see US. There you go. New York. Amazing. We got people from Europe all over the place. London. Amazing, amazing. Texas. Great to have you here. So with that being said, I can see all of you can find the chat box. That is perfect. Keep it interactive because that's the beauty about being live here today. Now, there are 3 reasons to stay to the very end. Number 1 is you're going to actually hear it live in action here today. You're going to see literally how a real phone rings and AI answers it, handles the caller, and actually books the job. It is phenomenal and it's of the highest quality. If you've ever seen, maybe heard AI callers before, you've nothing or seen nothing like this before. Now, second of all, you're actually going to get the full playbook. We're going to give you the words that get a yes, the actual ways to make money, the actual and easy scripts that make people immediately want to send you money to go ahead and install this for them, even how you find the client, what you say, and what you charge, and better yet, we're going to show you a deal that will only exist here today, meaning immediately after this webinar, that deal will cease to exist and everyone here will only be the lucky ones that will get the biggest bang for their buck to immediately have this up and running and start making a healthy and consistent recurring income. So that being said, here's the truth. In 2026, and maybe you've noticed this already as well, businesses need more help than ever. And it's not just us saying this. You can see this right here. Orbilon Technologies released a great article on this as well, stating businesses ignoring AI in 2026 won't even exist in 2027. It's that serious. Businesses that fail to adapt right now, it's like, the dot-com revolution, right? Businesses that don't have a website in today's day and age or didn't, move on with the digital age, they cease to exist. And the same is happening all over again. You can see right here, 79% is currently facing challenges trying to adopt AI. And furthermore, Forbes released a great article as well. Why most businesses will struggle with tech is because they literally are so behind and they don't know how to keep up. Now, with that being said, right now, and therefore, businesses are actively looking for people who can solve this for them. Let me know if this makes sense. Let me know if you agree with this, if you see this kind of happening all around you, how things are becoming more AI driven. And businesses that fail to adapt to this are going to have a hard time keeping up. There you go. I see lots of yeses in the comments. Now, here's the thing. Here's what's interesting. And let me know if you agree with this. Let me know if this sounds familiar. Most people, even though this is the state of the current situation, most people have no idea what to actually offer them. What do you sell? What do you want to charge? What do you ask the businesses? So a lot of people, even though there's so much to help with, a lot of people don't know what to actually go out there and offer. And it's simply because most people don't know the highest in demand service right now. So again, tell me if this sounds familiar. You maybe already have a ton of marketing tools, which are great at what they do. Maybe it's content tools, AI white label tools. Basically, you have, agency services in a box. Now, you've maybe posted your services or used them or tried reaching out to businesses, but you haven't gotten any replies yet, no booked calls yet, or no clients or sales yet, or maybe a few. Now, worst of all, and that goes back to the client side, if you've been online and you've have the marketing tools to help a business, but you don't have clients yet, let me know if that's you, because what you're going to get access to today will change that immediately. You'll have people throwing money at you simply because of a demo that we're actually going to show you here today. So let me know. There you go. Exactly. That's why I'm here. Sounds fantastic. Amazing. So the problem is, for most people, you don't have a service that instantly makes a business more money. Instantly, not after 30 days, not we first need to set up a website or we have to put out a lot of content and then see what happens, but something we can install for a business and immediately their revenue goes up. More book calls, more appointments coming in, and that's what businesses love. That's where they want to invest, something that gives them an immediate return. Now, therefore, this is exactly what God's Will has solved. If you don't know who God's Will is, it's the man, the myth, the legend behind what I'm going to show you here today. He actually is responsible for creating something so powerful. He's actively, communicating with everyone in the chat as well. He's created something so powerful that will allow you to actually get paid by businesses on demand. Because there's one thing a local business simply cannot fix, and it makes them all their money, and that is their phone. That is the one thing which is one of the most important revenue drivers for every local business. Their phone should and needs to be turned on 24/7. And again, the stats prove this. 59% of people would rather call a local business than, fill in some form or send some kind of email. And this is from Google's click to call research. Now, on top of that, 65% say a phone call is how they want to reach a business they're ready to buy from. Now, right now, most of these calls, unfortunately, are never even answered. And this happens to me all the time when I call a business. They're either, lunch hours or, it's after hours. A lot of the calls just go to waste. And fixing that one thing alone immediately increases their revenue. Immediately gets them better reviews. It has so many benefits to the business and direct cash flow. Now, what if I told you that after the special training, that's exactly what you'll be able to do in a heartbeat. But you'll be able to do it better than anyone else, faster than anyone else, and at the highest quality. Because you'll own a unique solution that answers every call 24/7 for any local business. Now, the voice callers can't even tell it from a person. It's that realistic. On top of that, it books appointments mid-call. So it's not one rigid, robotic, static, script, but it's dynamic and it can actually book appointments, ask questions back, confirm. On top of that, it actually integrates with the calendar, so it finds the right spot to book the client in, and it captures and calls back every lead before they reach a competitor. Because here's what's happening. If a person can't reach a certain business, they call the next one. And that's where this steps in and makes sure that doesn't happen. And that's why businesses love this. Now, you'll also be able to simply run this from one simple dashboard under your own brand for every client you sign, and it comes with full commercial rights. So we're going to show you the whole 9 yards, and trust me when I say it's so beginner friendly, so easy to use, but better yet, it is so lucrative. Now, later today, you'll hear it happen live. We're going to do an amazing demo. We're going to do, show you everything, all the ins and outs. And better yet, you set it up once and they pay you every month. Because once a business has this installed, they don't want to let go of it. Meaning you'll get paid month after month after month. The AI does 100% of the work, so you literally just sit back and collect the checks. The best part is, you don't need to cold call anyone. You don't need any tech skills team or experience. You don't need an audience list or even a single ad. You don't ever, and that's probably the most important thing, you don't ever have to explain what you're selling because the businesses just get it. With a lot of services, funnels, content, socials, the businesses, you need to explain to them, even persuade them to understand why they need it. But with this, everybody understands the power of having the phone turned on 24/7. So I'll actually prove it to you because people are already doing this right now. You can see your growth stats, how to sell AI receptionist to local business for $1,000 a month. People are earning anywhere from $5,000 to $1,000 a month per client, giving local businesses an AI receptionist. And so many people right now are looking up, how can I start doing this? Because it's such a lucrative business model. Now, we're going to make sure you can do this in the fastest and easiest way possible, where you literally can pick up clients starting today with ease. Now, since you now know what we're going to talk about, let me know if you're staying until the end. Who's staying until the end? Comment yes in the chat box if you're staying until the end. And if you do, we're going to go ahead and cover the 3 secrets. Number 1, the irresistible surface. We're going to leave no curtains closed. We're going to hold nothing back. We're going to show you the entire surface that every local business says yes to in literally 10 seconds and how it actually works. On top of that, how you actually get paid. We're going to show you the 60-second play that turns any local business into a $497 a month client. Now, I just want to tell you real quick, we've tried many price points. We even, have some businesses that are paying $1,500 a month. But we notice, especially if you're a beginner, you want to start earning quickly, you want to start doing 4 figures extremely fast, charging $497 for this to businesses, they'll immediately pay you in a heartbeat. It's such a no-brainer price point. It's barely anything to them in return for the value that they get and the ROI that they get from it. So if you want to sign quick clients, we highly recommend just charge $497 starting out, and you'll have clients literally the same day. And then furthermore, special access, because you were smart enough to show up to this webinar, we're going to go ahead and do something that we're only going to do once on this webinar, which is grant special discounted access in a way nobody else can ever get it again. So I hope you're excited, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with secret number 1. The irresistible surface. The one thing every local business says yes to because they already feel the problem. Now, most successful agencies all have one thing in common, and that is an irresistible offer. The reason an agency or a marketer or a freelancer is successful and has a lot of people paying him or her is because they have an offer that businesses absolutely like. Now, it's not a better logo, it's not a cheaper rate. It's something that business owners already know it's costing them money, and they're happy to pay for the solution. And that's exactly what you're about to witness here. Let me show you what that is. Think about the last time you called a local business after 6. Can be any type of business. Maybe dentist, right? Maybe a plumber, maybe some kind of contractor, maybe a dealership. Any business you usually call after 6. It rings, it rang, and it's a voicemail and done. And this is the majority of businesses. After 6, they clock out, right? Employees don't care, right? They get the paycheck, they go out. They don't have a stake or a sharehold in the business, so the revenue is not directly tied to their income. So they leave, close the shop. The owner's not there. Phone rings, nothing happens. Even just 12 minutes past 6, it's done. Sometimes they pick up and say, "Oh, we're closed." Done. Now, what people do, they don't wait until the morning to call it in. They just call the next one, right? Because they need someone now. Now, that business will now never know that you existed. Will never know they had a chance to get a new client in. And they never will. And that wasn't just a missed call for them. It was money left on the table. Now, don't imagine this just happening one time, but it happens every day around the clock. Not just after 6, but multiple times a day during the day when nobody can reach the phone because they're busy. And an inbound call isn't a lead. An inbound call is someone inquiring, interested, pre-sold, that already pretty much has their wallet out. They're ready to make an appointment. They're looking for someone now. Let's say I have an appointment tomorrow. I need a barbershop. I need to fix my hair. I'm just calling the local barbershop. First one doesn't pick up. Second one doesn't pick up. Third one picks up. How long? What time can I come through? Boom. He got my business. Now, 62% of calls to small businesses in any type of niche go unanswered. 62%, that's more than half. And those are not cold leads. Those are people who picked up a phone, dialed a number, and asked to give a business money and got nothing in return. And they don't leave a message. They call the next business on the list. And you've done it yourself. I've done it many times. Let me know in the chat box if you Hate it when you can't reach a certain business, even when you're calling right on time. Even there you go, lots of yeses. Can't relate. So here's exactly when it happens. There are 4 moments specifically that every business has. Number one, the lunch rush, right? During lunch hours, people want to go ahead and have lunch. They get their nice sandwich, little drink on the side. Everyone's busy, and it rings, and nobody's free to pick up. And on average, the caller hangs up after 22 seconds latest, right? And that's someone being, quite frankly, extremely patient. Immediately after 12, when the lunch starts, hard to reach the business. After 5 p.m., voicemail. Lead is gone by the morning. No message left. And on top of that, weekends, oftentimes, there's nobody at all. Line is unattached all weekend, or maybe just on the Sunday, and the business loses out on over 31 calls. Sometimes the business is already on a call with someone else, and I happen to call at the same time, and I get the voicemail. I get, the hold. One line, one person, and everyone else gets a busy tone. Now, do you see how much money businesses, over 62%, are leaving on the table when this happens every single day? Every day is lunch day. Every week has a weekend. Every day, someone's holding the line for someone else, and this happens around the clock. Whether someone has a burst pipe, right, at 9 at night, a toothache on a Sunday, or a roof leak in a store, and they can't reach a certain business, they call the next, and they call the next until they have someone that actually picks up. And that's not a $50 customer. That is money that goes to whoever picks up first. And a missed call is the most expensive thing in a local business, and it happens every single day. Now, hand that back to a business owner and they will listen to you immediately. We've seen this. Quite frankly, they are already aware of it, but they've never seen a solution so good that they immediately want to go ahead and fix it. So you might be wondering, well, why doesn't every business just hire someone to take care of this? Well, the alternative costs at least $2,800 a month. And, if you have a receptionist, they also go home at 5. It's done. On top of that, the phone rings about 168 hours a week. Mathematically, 40 hours of those are hopefully covered, right? 40 of them are covered. All the rest is gone. This leaves them with 2 bad options. They either pay a lot and still miss most of the week, or pay nothing and miss even more. Right? If they have to pay a lot of staff, $3K or $2,800 a person, to man the phones, and still, based on sick days, leaves, still miss out on a ton. Or they leave it as is and they continue to miss out on everything. It's a lose-lose what they're currently in. Now, it's not their fault, because for the longest time, there wasn't really a third option. And that is the option that solves the 4 core problems that a front desk has, or the 4 jobs that a front desk has. Because, yeah, there are some, AI, very robotic and rigid automations out there, which you might be aware of, but they are not the dynamic solution providers that a business needs. And what do I mean by that? You see, the real front desk needs to, first of all, answer every call in the first ring at any hour. That is a given. That just needs to happen. And maybe some tools can do that at the very least. Second of all, it needs to understand the business inside out. Never can a prospect ask something and the AI doesn't know it, right? It needs to know the hours, services, prices, the whole 9 yards. On top of that, it needs to be able to book, have a real conversation, go into the calendar while the caller is on the line. And on top of that, it needs to be able to follow up, call back, confirm, win the client back, if anything. Now, most AI phone tools seriously cannot do any of them, or if not all of them. And you've heard what they sound like. Robotic, flat, obviously a machine, and the caller hangs up in 4 seconds. People, when they hear it's really a robotic voice, some people will stick with it, but it's very rigid to the point the person quickly says, I want to speak to a real person. This happens a lot. Now, the old way is, a glorified answering machine with a little bit of an AI in there, but it's nowhere near what a business needs. It's not dynamic, it's one script, and if you ask it anything off the script, it goes ahead and loops. Now, it can't do anything. It takes a message and it hopes somebody reads it. And that's not a real receptionist. That's an answering machine with just a nicer voice. But here's where it gets interesting. That is all about to change. You see, God's Will spent 8 months testing and perfecting a new way that businesses absolutely love. Now, it literally takes action mid-call. It answers, it books, it updates the CRM, it triggers the invoice, it fires the workflow off while the caller is still talking. It is so intelligent, and it works like a charm. Now, it answers on the first ring 24/7, books appointments while you sleep, qualifies and captures every lead, and it's a fraction of a cost of what a business would normally have to pay. And it literally, and this is the most powerful thing of all, it dials out. Not just inbound. It doesn't wait for the phone to ring. It goes out there, reminds people, confirms, checks in. It does outbound calls as well. Meaning a business is making money around the clock. Re-engaging with people, checking in, reminding them of the appointment that's up and coming. Now, are you starting to see why this is different? Let me know in the chat box. Are you starting to see why this is different? Just give me a quick yes. And for those of you that say yes, there you go. Lots of yes coming in. It's about to get even better. You see, an employee doesn't just take a message. They actually do the work that comes after the call. And this, what you're about to witness, does that work while the person's on the call. So everything happens a lot quicker. Now, there's 6 voices, 6 industries, right? It doesn't just have one voice. It adapts accordingly. You have, Lena, which is mostly used for dental booking, friendly and quick. You have Marcus for the real estate, calm and professional. Each niche psychologically needs the right voice attached to it. Whether it's law firm, right, for more confident and precise. People call a law firm, to get confidence back, to find some reassurance. And the voice adapts to that. Now, listen to the next 10 seconds. And let me know if you could tell.
Hi there. Thanks for calling PulseFit Gym. How can I help you today?
Hey, I'm Goswill. Please, I need a quick run through of your available packages.
Hi, Goswell. Thanks for that. At PulseFit, you can get a gym membership starting at $39 per month for the starter plan, or $59 for flex, or $99 for performance. And we also offer personal training starting at $249 per month for personal training memberships. Would you like the quick run through for memberships, personal training packages, or group classes next?
Where are you guys located? Where are your locations?
Sure, Baswell. We have 3 PulseFit locations: downtown at 120 Market Street, Midtown at 455 Nishan Avenue, and Bayview at 800 Harbor Drive. Would you like me to share the hours for any of these locations?
Okay, that's not necessary. I think I need to speak with a consultant. Can you book me on a call?
Absolutely, Goswell. We can book you a free 30-minute fitness consultation with a specialist to talk through your goals and recommend the best option. What day and time works best for you, and what's the best number to reach you at?
Okay, Tuesday is fine, 10 a.m., and my number I already shared.
Please wait. I'm checking that for you.
Am I booked yet?
Yes, Goswell. You're already booked for a consultation call on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Would you like to reschedule to a different time or keep this one?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Great. I'll keep that scheduled for you. Before we wrap up, is there anything else you need today?
No, I'm good. I'll get more details on the call. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
Wow. Could you tell how amazing that was? How clean. Now the callers, we've tested this obviously. Godswill's been, perfecting this for well over 8 months, testing it. We have people making money with this as we speak, businesses using this as we speak, and their callers, can't hear the difference. Now, how easy is this to actually set up? Simply, step 1, you connect the line, then add the knowledge of the business, which is literally just giving the website. And on top of that, pick a voice and set the rules. What it answers, what it books, when it hands off to a human. Very easily set up and done, and it goes live. And that's it. It starts answering the call. It starts working on its own from there on out. It's literally just 4 steps, no code, nothing to install. And if you can fill in a form, you can literally do this. Now, imagine, I want you to quickly imagine, close your eyes if you have to. Imagine you could install this for any business you wanted. Do you see yourself getting paid for that? Let me know in the chat box. Imagine you have access to state-of-the-art technology. That would make any business happy because now their phone rings 24/7, it gets picked up, follow-ups happen, outbounds happen, inbounds happen, and business is increasing their input and output, allowing them to make more money. One of the key revenue drivers in the business is their phone. And you're able to play a significant role in helping them grow that. Do you see yourself getting paid for that? I see lots of people who say yes, most definitely. Now, pay very close attention to what happens next, because we're gonna go ahead and do a full inside look. Who wants an inside look? Let me know in the chat box. Comment, I want this. And I'm gonna go ahead and take you inside right now. Comment, I want this in the chat, and let's go ahead and have an